So, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about TSI, Timber Stand Improvement. And if you want to learn how to improve your wildlife habitat, or just, get a lot more wildlife around, and just make your woods look a whole lot better, and stronger and more mature, hey, watch this video. So TSI, Timber Stand Improvement, is something very important, and it's something that helps the woods out a whole lot. And it's improving your timber stand. And it's something that is a great way to help improve your woods, and you can also make a lot of money off of it. Instead of spending a lot of money, you can make money off of merchantable sized trees. So that's a great way to make money as well and improve your quality habitat for your wildlife. And the main thing I like is the quality habitat for your wildlife because, if you look at it out here, like some people call it, is a biological desert. And now you might be saying there's a lot of trees out there and grass and stuff, so it can't be a desert. But if you think about it, it's not really palatable for deer because, a lot of this stuff deer don't eat, and, there's not really that much green for them to eat. So a lot of that, moves them to just eating things that's not really desirable to them, just eating all kind of things that's not even good, they don't even like. So, but by, TSI, you can get them to eat things that they can be picky, they can have plenty of stuff to choose from, get their bellies fat and big and stuff. And hey, that's when you see a lot of these bigger antlered deer too. And that's what I like too. And so one way to do TSI is by prescribed fire. And that's by getting this duff layer, all these leaves, and it's by burning all them leaves. And it not only kills ticks, but it'll prepare a seed bed for better seeds to grow and to express their full potential. And they don't have to worry about having to go through all those leaves that been kind of fell on top of them through the past falls. And another way to help the grasses and forbs, which deer love and turkey love and all kind of animals love to eat, is by thinning your trees out. And that's something really important too, because as you can tell, there's a lot of them. And that's something I'm going to talk to you about now. So as you can tell, there's plenty of trees out here, and there's not not much sunlight hitting the ground. And what you're wanting is for a lot of this sunlight up here to come and reach the soil so that a lot of these plants can come up and grow. Because like we should know that plants need rain, they need water, they need sun, and a good soil like that to grow good. And something very important, like I said, is this sun. And with all these trees out here, like especially these American beech trees and everything, it'll absorb a lot of that sunlight and it's not getting to the soil. So one way you can do that is by thinning these trees out. And how do you do that, you might ask? Well, you don't have to have a chainsaw and cut down every single one of these trees. It's something a little bit better, and actually there's some simpler ways. And there's the hack and squirt, and you just apply herbicide to a tree or girdle in that tree. And that's why you just, basically cut a band around the tree so these nutrients can't go up the tree and feed it, and it dies. And not only is that it's safer, but, it provides good habitat for animals, because when the tree dies, if it's a bigger tree, raccoons, squirrels, and birds can live in it, and that's called a snag. So it's a dead tree, dead standing tree. And so, that's really important too, so it also improves the habitat. And so that's amazing ways that we can really help do it. And that's something I'm wanting to do too. And because one thing I'm liking to see is turkeys around here, because we haven't seen any turkeys. We've seen coyotes, bobcats, and we've seen deer. Plenty of raccoons and possums, but turkeys is one thing we haven't seen on this property yet. We've seen them around here, but not on this property. And so by doing a lot of this TSI, we'll actually get to these turkeys around here, hopefully. And it'll really help them out, because it'll give them a lot more food. And and it'll give them a lot more cover too. Because if you look, there's not really much cover down here, because it's just, you can just see it for a good ways when you get to the bottom where a turkey or deer would be. Now turkey, they can fly up and roost at though. And now there's not really that many pine trees out here too. And that's the plus about pine trees, is that, turkey can come up there and it'll, just stand up there and it'll sleep up there and feel safe from most predators. Like coyotes can't get to them, and red fox can't get to them. So that's really good too. So that's another great way for TSI. And a scripture that can help motivate us and encourage us to take care of this earth more could be Genesis 26 or 28. And I want to encourage you to go and read this. And hey, I just want to also encourage you to hey, stay in tune and listen to this, because it says, "Then God said, let us make human beings in our image, to be like us. They will reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, the livestock, all the wild animals on the earth, and the small animals that scurry along the ground." So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God he created them. Male and female he created them. Then God blessed them and said, "Be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and govern it. Reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground." And that's basically telling us right here that God gave us, he basically gave us earth to us as a gift. And sometimes we deplete its resources. Sometimes we don't take care of it. And a lot of people don't know this, but there used to be an eastern elk. And I'm an Alabamian, and I thought that would have been awesome. But because of hunting, it basically wiped them out. And there's no longer eastern elk around here, really. There's some kind of in Kentucky, and it's kind of like that, but not really down here in Alabama. So, that just shows us that we need to take care of what God blessed us with, and not really just deplete its resources, but we need to preserve and conserve, and help take care of it. And some ways we can do that is by recycling, or just by, supporting your local conservation organizations, or you can do that by making nesting structures, or TSI, like we've been talking about. And I want to encourage you to do this stuff. And hey, just ask the Lord to show you ideas to do it. And hey, because we need to take care of what he blesses us with, because he gave us permission to use all of this. And instead of taking so much, we should also give back. So hey, I want to encourage you to do that. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and please go ahead and hit that like button if you haven't already, and please subscribe if you haven't already too. And I want to encourage you to also put in the comments below questions you have, things you want prayer about, or kind of ideas you have for other upcoming videos, because hey, they're much appreciated. And hey, I want to say thank you for watching, and until the next one, we'll catch you later outdoors. God bless.